Hello, Ritza here, Coyote Heart Designs. I'm not here completely as artist, although I think there's no way to separate sometimes when you're artist and you want lots of creative good things in the world. One of my new adventures that I'm also adding for my YouTube and adding for me is some information that's been out in the world for a while, but I was consciously unaware of it. And I would like to infuse even more of this information in my art and in my life. And I'm hopeful to become even softer at times. I'll explain that in a second. So I think I'm a good person. I'm basically a really good person. And I know that in the last over 10 years of my life, accidents don't happen when I show up. They're stopped. And I've known that since I was about 12. I'm not completely from this planet. And I've known things about crystals or about funky places and funky things and psychic or occult things kind of happening. And, you go on and do your life. So some people have incorporated this earlier, and they are those things now in terms of what people call healers, or perhaps they're working with a modality. But very consciously, I want to infuse light into my art. And I know that it's there via other intuits telling me this. Or even over a year ago, someone who I gave a ride to said, and I'm just repeating what that person said, you have a lot of light bouncing in, out, and around your body. What do you do? So we had a brief conversation around that. And I was mostly just telling that person that I am striving to be very present, very caring in the world, though I don't know that it always really comes out that way. But that's my intention, as I'm a student of this planet, and I'm here for the intergalactic harmonization of species everywhere, and that means galactic cousins that we will be meeting, and folks that have been bred and who are part human and other that we will see on the planet in this next year or so, and definitely in the next 10 and 15 years. And what happens, some people will see more than others, some people will be ready, but as there will be an even tipping point when more people are ready, and it just is a natural progression. Just like you might, when you have watched a Star Trek or a Star Wars movie, you just see all types of beings, and that is here now, but not everyone sees. Anyway, so part of my coming on today was to talk about Grigori. I'm going to look at his name for a second. Grabovoi. He's Russian. And I've been thinking about him this past week because I just found him in his numbers, which kind of, well, they come from the Creator, they come from Source, Infinite Intelligence, however you want to call God. Very special individual who's a mathematician, a scientist, a clairvoyant, intuit, who remotely can fix machines or solve problems without having his hands on the physical item. He is renowned to cure people who are in the last throes of their life or diseased situation. And he also has the codes from the Creator of resurrection, immortality, beauty, rejuvenation, organ rejuvenation. Now, in our lifetime, we are going to see this via some idea of med beds, which will be devices that will come. There are probably more than 3, but 3 anyway, that will harmonize the body and restore a person's psychology via traumas, via situations that seem to limit or deteriorate them from experiencing a full and whole life. We're going to see machines that grow organs back, and we're going to see like a general machine that just helps with age rejuvenation and turn back some hands of time. But this will also involve us to be very present and conscious. So this the Grabovoi applications are ones where you do concentrate on specific number sequences, and they are renowned to work. And I'm just viewing the last bit of one of many lectures, trainings that's been on and uploaded to YouTube, and this one's from Turkey. So I want to look for the number sequences that will infuse healing, delight, support, and absolute cure into my work. It must be there since many people have told me that, and I knew long ago, but I didn't have quite the maybe confidence that my work was different or special or light filled, because God gave it to me during a time of great despair, and feeling like really needed to have something to hold on to, my creativity, my sanity, and my life wanting to be even better and better. And it's not that I don't know that my life has gotten better and better. I'm sure it has evolved in such a way that's deepened me and helped with some dysfunction that's gone on in history with family and what people think you have to go through. And I don't wish anyone going through any kind of sadness or being reminded of or having to visit something to heal. But we are going to be on this planet a long time. At least I am, if you choose to. And there are ways of looking at things to bring a kind of awareness, perception, and bring back harmony to misperceived events. Now, this is an ongoing thing as you're wishing to grow, but I'm hopeful that we can attain more and more higher frequency of attitude and declarations, so that we leave some things, old paradigms, old situations in the past. For example, I think the multi-level marketing is an old paradigm still of making money, and I know there are many wonderful situations out there that offer people health and wellness, or a way to make a living that feels truly beautiful for them. But I'm thinking that even those companies that have these multi-level marketings will somehow morph and shift and change, where across the board there's even further equality, ease of exploring and attracting those dollars through those products that are not about I'm at the top, you're at the bottom, so I'm generating more income than you, even though we may do same amount of effort for this job. I think there's going to be a kind of more magnetic attraction to how we live, and eventually we will not be using money, and we will not be homeless. We will not worry about these things. Food will be plentiful. Our health will be immaculate. Our ways of thinking are just of higher honor, or higher respect, or a higher understanding, and a reverence for air, for everyday life, down to the smallest creature, whether it's reptile or insect. It's just a divine respect in a true harmonic convergence of all beings everywhere, seen or unseen. So I'm putting this out there because I wanted to start trying to understand my social media and Facebook and YouTube in such a way that I'm doing art, definitely, but I'm speaking to our current events and uplifting and hopeful a mirror and education, so that people will kind of grasp that this is not just something for someone got an education and does it. It's like your hobbies are your passion. Let those run your frequencies for the love and for dollars and for the way you will be in the world. And so I'm looking for my art, my care about crystals, which also on this Grabovoi lectures, there was crystals used. There was selenite, there was aventurine, there was emerald, and two, I think citrine was talked about, but there were two that I'm unfamiliar with and hope to also attract and show you on my channels, which is chiastolite and crocite. And the other thing that also is kind of, I don't know if it's called Andorra, or Andalusian, but there is also a very powerful stone that comes in different colors, and it's that last pronunciation I have to find out about again. I was offering that a couple of weeks ago, but so there's several stones I still need to get. I still have product that's in Australia coming to me. It's probably going to be another 3 weeks before I get it, maybe less. We'll see, and I'll keep you posted about that. I'm looking forward to showing you those those crystals, because crystals are going to be very important in our everyday life. It's not going to be a woo-woo subject. It's going to be a subject where people now finally hear and finally get. I'm speaking on a phone that has crystal in it. My body has crystal in. My pineal gland has crystal in it. Which is why one reason it activates psychic helps to activate psychic ability, as well as why the bad guys wanted your adrenochrome, which they harvested from the pineal gland, because it was very, very made powerful via the crystal there. I wouldn't doubt if we have more crystal in our body anyway, because Earth is 12% crust is crystal, and the laptop I have is crystal. Our cars, dental equipment, office equipment, medical equipment, and the spaceships. Like when you would hear old Star Trek or whatever, and they need certain dilithium or whatever crystals to power their ships, or certain whatever to harness the trajectory for that catapulting momentum, to have them go warp speed. It's crystal, it's stones, it's crystal. So we are going to find out more about that, and don't take some of these subjects too lightly. I mean, but also don't be so serious where you're either making fun or not ready for. Just be open. Just be open. So, okay, I got a kitty cat here that wants to look out the window as well. This is Ellen. She's the cat that chose me out of the two, but the other one also, Jackie sleeps with me. But Ellen chose me first. So, good wishes, and I'm gonna I do still have my art for sale, but I didn't come on showing the art. I'm gonna be more organized with that, of course, but you can always find me, Instagram, Facebook. You can find me at swcoyoteheart@gmail.com. So spell the word coyote as in the animal, add the word heart at gmail.com. SW for an abbreviation in front of that. Okay. Have a great Saturday wherever you are. Let's hold prayers for people going through really sadness and craziness right now due to either pressures or confusion, or perhaps choice of the virus, of the virus, and or getting a vaccine. Let's hold light for Texas going through all their challenges there. Here in New England there's been snow, but we're not without food and electricity and fresh water. Let's pray for our world leaders, that only the goodly, godly, and those who absolutely want harmony for everyone across the board are kept in action, and others, whether we are civilian or in office, those wanting evil or to be dastardly, are removed to the light and just placed where they can harm nothing and no one. Many blessings to you all. Have some fun. Okay, bye. I don't know how to end this, so excuse me.